Okay, from lessons activity 8, the first A, I would do some shopping. B, they would be my best friends. What would you like, Elizabeth? Elizabeth would have plenty of money, and if I went into town I would see my friends there. If it rained I would not play football. We thought you could come to our party tomorrow. They asked if I would go. I said I wouldn't. Activity 9. We could see what you meant. They brought their belongings with them. She was the best student in my class. Travelers went fair and white at home and abroad. What did you mean? What I said? They were not very well and couldn't go out today. Teachers always told me the truth. We didn't know everything, but we did. They have been very well these days. B, where have you been going? I have been buying some new shoes. Peter has sought more adventures in romantic places. Pauline has been cutting the paper into slices. Activity 10. I was going, I used to go. I was accustomed to go. B, Pam was washing. Pam used to wash. Pam was accustomed to wash. What were you doing? What used you to do? What were you doing? What used you to do? What were you accustomed to do? What were you doing? What used you to do? We were having. We used to have. We were accustomed to have. The birds were singing. The birds used to sing. The birds were accustomed sang. I hadn't known him. We see each other often. I look at myself in the mirror in the morning. www. Paiko UK Arab Bridge Academy for Higher Education. The students don't see themselves as others see them. You can consider yourself one of the family. Mary doesn't think herself very hard working. Letters. Now we come to the last section in this lesson. and probably the most useful letters. Again, now we come to the last section in this lesson, and probably the most useful letters. The first, we all at some time or other have to write letters. So, less one has to admit than in the past. Thanks to the telephone and voicemail, it is so easy these days. To lift the phone and send a message. That to go through the slower processes of actually writing a letter has become, if not impossible, at least very difficult for many. To introduce this section and put you in a more cheerful state of mind than the thought of writing letters might. Simply cues you there. Here in part of night, mail by the great W.H. The famous poem accompanies the fall commentary to the post office night mail. We won't study the poem in great detail here. It is a very easy and entering poem, so it can be read without effort. But we will have another look at some well-known poems later in this course. The first page, complex or simple. We are now going to look at the passage which is deliberately quite complicated. The task you will have is to rewrite the passage so the ornate language is presented more clearly. You will find a simpler form of this passage in the K after this lesson. You can check your dictionary as often as you like. Again, the first, complex and simple. We are now going to look at a passage which is deliberately quite complicated. The task you will have is to write the passage so the ornate language is presented more clearly. You will find the simpler form of this passage in the K after the lesson. You can check your dictionary as often as you like. Yes? Okay. After that, interviews. The aims of this lesson are to enable you to prepare for interviews and job applications. The first aims of this lesson are to enable you to prepare for interviews and job applications. The second aims, you are interviewed for 2 jobs and you have to answer questions. You write down your personal details. Again, you are interviewed for 2 jobs, no 1 job but 2 jobs, and you have to answer questions. You must answer the questions in interview. You write down your personal details. Write in a paper your personal details. Say the name and the job and the salary and anything. Address, date of birth. All you must write down your personal details. The third, you are interviewed for 2 jobs and you have to answer questions. You write down your personal details. A job description is giving of 1, and you are asked why you want it and why you say you are studied to it. Again, number 3, a job description is giving of 1, and you are asked why you want it and why you think you are set to it. Fourth, some advice about canvassing your CV. Some advice about canvassing your CV. More about comprehension. We will now look at a longer piece. The next activity puts the skills we have been studying in the following categories: word, definition, substitutions, synonyms, and antonyms. First comprehension, it will be a longer passage, so it may take you a time to work through it, and as suggested before, more than 1 reading will probably be necessary. 3 is the recommended number. Please have your dictionary ready for translation and, if possible, a scissors. Yes, this comprehension, more about comprehension. Okay?